his progress was his number one thing over the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think with Phil, I think it's probably a little bit, a lot was made after the Blue Gold game, and I think there was a lot more progress during the spring than probably that game showed. So I think a lot of that was not unfair because he needed to play better, but probably a little misleading on where we thought he was and what he could accomplish. But for Phil's improvement through the summer, really after the first couple practices, I think he took a lot of ownership in what he was trying to accomplish. He took more ownership in getting his feet better. He took more ownership in learning the offense and making sure that when he stepped on the field that there wasn't a drop mentally, where he wanted to be. So his ownership and what he wanted to accomplish and his ability to push himself and to stay focused on some of the fundamental things and really just take another level into the playbook to get us into the right plays and make sure that mentally he was sharp. Has come a long way. I think one thing we've talked about, with him throughout this entire camp was when the plays are there, let's make them. When the plays aren't there, let's get us to a positive game. Let's get us out of trouble. And that's something as a young quarterback he needed to learn. The plays are there, let's make them, let's deliver, but let's also recognize when maybe it's not there and, when we need to tuck it and run or when we need to throw it away and get us out of a negative play.
Did you see a more confident player, and is that relevant?
It's very relevant. I think especially at the quarterback position, confidence plays a huge role. As you get more reps and as you have more success, that's naturally going to come. And I think Phil, developed that in the middle part of camp, and it's carried through now. And, as we shift gears here and go out of camp and get ready for preparation, now it's all about, hey, you're a play away from being in there and when it really matters. So you need to step on the field. And it's a cliche. Everyone says it, like you need to prepare to be the starter, but it's a cliche for a reason. And it's real. Like you need to prepare every day with the intensity like you're going to play on Saturday. And I think that's his next step of understanding, as we get ready to play our opponents, that you need to be as invested in the game plan as anybody on the field.
And do you feel more confident if you have to put him in that he'll be ready to go than you did August 1st?
Yeah, I think as he's developed through camp, he's shown his ability to make plays and really just run what's in the offense and understand what we're trying to accomplish. And he's made great strides, and yeah, definitely I'm excited about how he's progressed.
We're going to pop over here to the right.
Sure.
Tom, as you get more experience as a coach, how do you think you've evolved since you first got to Notre Dame, and what are some areas that you personally have tried to continue to evolve as a coach?
Yeah, I think you always push yourself to learn more, and the more you're around people that have been in this profession a long time, the more you're able to do that. So I've been fortunate to work with a lot of really great coaches on this staff, on other staffs, to try to gain as much knowledge from them as I can. I think you learn about the guys in your room, and you learn, people learn differently, and you need to focus on individuals. And, if it's clicking for Ian, is it clicking for Phil? And if there's a different way to present something that's going to make sense, to another guy in the room, how do you do that? And, I think that there are times where you got to be tough and demanding and really push people. And there are times, when you get off the field, you can kind of step back and have more of a conversation about what you're trying to accomplish. So I think just handling those relationships, developing different teaching mechanisms for how people learn differently. And then like I started with just, when you're surrounded by people that have been in this profession a long time and have done things that you want to do and have been around coaches and have learned a lot themselves, you try to, take as much in as you can and try to be, you put away an ego just to learn and get better and really strive to, take up as much information as you can.